like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. And gotta with a shield for me is head. And gotta with a shield for me is head. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.
Yo, happy Friday. Welcome to this episode of EnDaZone Sports. I'm your boy, the man with the plan with the cleanest ways in all the land, Spivey. Hope everybody had a good work week, and I appreciate y'all for ending y'all work week, talking sports with your boy, Spivey, on this Good Friday. Before we get started, continue to keep supporting the Diva Spivey Media Network. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content and for more shows like you're about to receive tonight. With that being said, we got a lot we're going to get into. We got a lot to talk about. And we're going to start with the Thursday night game between the Broncos and the Raiders, which to me was another boring game. Boring. I was expecting for the Broncos to go into that game and rump shot the Raiders. We know the Raiders are horrible on defense. Offense not looking too good. They went out in the draft this offseason to draft Ashon Genty. Not saying it's not panning out, but I don't think they're getting this first year what they thought they were going to be getting from him, and it's just not panning out. Brock Bowers missing games, Geno Smith getting hurt last night. But you look at the Broncos team, and the defense is what drives that team. Best defense in the NFL, arguably, maybe behind Houston. But that performance last night was just boring. But I got asked a question after last night's game, because I had mentioned it earlier in the season, before the season started, and I was giving my prediction as far as who can win that division. And the Broncos' name came up. So I was asked, do I still feel like Denver can win that AFC West? What's going on, JD? What's going on? What's going on, Kel? Definitely a snooze fest. Hey, y'all see that? Don't forget, we got some big coming to January as well. Mic Check Take 2, hosted by your boy, the DAVID, the real Ruiz, Dave, myself, and everyone's favorite season, Autumn. That was a boring game. Indeed it was. But, so I was asked, do I think the Broncos can still win the AFC West? And my answer to that is no. And the reason why I say no is this. If they're going to bank on their defense to take them to the playoffs and beyond, then cool. That's they thinking. Because again, Denver got one of the best defenses in the NFL. Offensively, you look at the last five games the Broncos have played, dating back to last night. They scored 10 points against the Raiders. A Raiders squad that, look at it on paper, can't compare it to the Broncos. Can't compare it to them. But they put up 10 points against that defense. They played the Houston Texans, the other team with the best defense in the league. They put up 18. That score was a final of 18-15. They played Dallas 2 weeks prior to that. They put up 44 points, but hell, we talk about the Dallas Cowboys team whose defense can't stop a cold. Although they did make 2 nice trades, I think that can help them on the defensive side of the football this past deadline. The week before Dallas, they played the Giants. They put up 35 points, scoring 17 unanswered in the fourth. They was down to the Giants. Ended up coming back winning that game when the offense finally clicked in the fourth. And then the game before that was another boring game from the Broncos, which was against the Jets in London, and ended up putting 13 points in that game. You can't win that division when you got the likes of teams of Kansas City, the Chargers. Them teams put up points. We see what Mahomes and company looking like now. Now that they got Rashid Rice back, even before Rashid Rice, they was putting up 20, 25 plus, I believe, before Rashid Rice came back off his suspension. But since he's been back, they've been putting up numbers, been putting up points. You look at the Chargers team, their offense can put up points at any given time. And the Chargers got a good defense as well. Kansas City got a good defense. Denver, to me, out of all three of them, has the best defense. But in order for them to win that division, to get past the likes of the Chiefs and the Chargers, the offense got to get it together. Bo Nix has to play better. I don't know if it's Sean Payton in the play calling or if it's just Bo Nix. We looked at Bo Nix going into this season to take another leap for what he did his rookie year. He led all rookie quarterbacks with touchdowns. Got Denver to the playoffs, I believe. So we're looking at that like, okay, what have you learned from last season that you can incorporate this season and elevate your game? That's what we was looking for from Bo Nix. But it seemed like he's either not content, but just in a neutral position, or may have regressed a little bit. Again, I don't know if that's play calling from Sean Payton. I don't know if that's the play of Bo Nix. I don't know what it is, but Bo Nix absolutely has to play better. Their offense as a whole has to play better if they want to get past the likes of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers to win that division. No disrespect to the Raiders, but they're out of it. I don't think they even had a chance coming to the season to compete for that division. It was going to always come down to Kansas City, Denver, and the Chargers, and that's what it is right now. After the Chargers sitting at 6-3, Kansas City sitting at 5-4, and the Broncos sitting at 7-2. But again, this is football. What they say on any given Sunday, anything can happen. But to answer the question I was asked, based off what I seen last night and what I have seen in previous weeks from the Denver Broncos, I do not think they can win that AFC West. Kill say the Broncos still going to win the West. I don't know, man. If they keep playing like this offensively, they don't have a shot. You know that. I know it. Especially looking at, again, like I just said, the offensive teams of the Chargers and the Chiefs. Then we know come playoff time, and even closer playoff time, how Kansas City can turn it on, how they elevate their game. But if Denver can step it up offensively, they damn sure got a shot because they got the best defense out of all three of them teams I just named. Their defense is better. So, but their offense got to get it going. Similar to how I feel about the Browns. We got probably the best defense, top 3 in the league. But it's not, our offense is not helping our defense. Our offense got to get something going. I'm gonna touch on that in a hot second, but they got to get something going in order to, keep that defense fresh, and that's how I look at it with the Broncos. Sean Payton play calling is hurting the Broncos right now. Again, I said I don't know if it's Sean Payton or if it's just a player Bo Nix. Whatever it is, they got to get it together because they're in a division where, again, that boy Mahomes is still over there. And Justin Herbert ain't no slouch either. Bo Nix have 18 TDs and 8 interceptions. They will get it together. Again, this is what, week 10 they going on? I hope so. I hope so. Because I don't see the Broncos being a team, especially offensively, that could just turn it on like that. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But for your sake, Kels, you believe in them. I know why you believe in them. But hopefully they can get it together. Hopefully. So that was my Thursday night football recap. Broncos and the Raiders again. A boring game. The Broncos put it out 10-7. Can't be on prime time having games like that. I'm sorry. KC and that West can't never count them out. I agree. Kels laughing. We're going to keep it in the NFL to talk about a team in the NFC that could be having some quarterback chirps, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. Reason being is they're sitting right now at what 6-3. Brock Purdy has missed a chunk of the season so far with a shoulder injury, a toe injury. No Brandon Ayuk still. Jennings missed some time. Kittle's missed some time. But Mac Jones, yes, I said Mac Jones, not Brock Purdy, has still got the 49ers in the position of where they have a chance to still win their division. Although I'm gonna give it to the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like they're the best team in that division. But the play of Mac Jones is putting them in a position to where they can compete for that division title and taking nothing away from Brock Purdy. But do I see under any circumstance San Francisco moving on from a Brock Purdy to play Mac Jones because of how he's playing now? No, I don't see that. Reason being, Brock Purdy did just get paid and got paid that bad. So I can't just see them paying him and then get rid of him because Mac Jones is playing well due to Brock Purdy being injured. So that's one reason why I feel like, you will hear the talks, but I don't think no move will be made. I don't think they it'll be Mac Jones before Brock Purdy any day of the week. Again, offensively, he's throwing to Kendrick Bourne. Got to give it up to Kendrick Bourne though. Got to give it to Kendrick Bourne and the way he's playing. He's holding his own right now. Again, no Ricky Pearsall, and it's crazy because coming into the season, you would have thought everybody was thinking, and the big question was, can Christian McCaffrey stay healthy? And out of everybody on that squad that I just named, right now he's the lone one standing and been the only one that's, knock on wood, still playing, is not injured. Even on the defensive side of football, they're missing everybody. The latest being Warner, who went out 2 weeks ago with a season-ending injury. So, and for them to be 6-3, they say the quarterback get all the praise when they win and a lot of the blame when they lose. Well, in this case, Mac Jones, you get a lot of praise from me. I would have never thought with everything that the 49ers is going through injury-wise, again, players not being there, that they would even be in this position at 6-3 competing for that division. But again, I'm going to give it to Seattle. I feel like Seattle they're better. That defense is one of the best in the NFL as well. Top 5 defense. Sam Darnold is played out of his mind, linking up with Jackson Smith and Jibba. They got a 1-2 combination that's just terrorizing defenses around the league this season. But we want to see how he do in the playoffs because we saw this last year with him from Minnesota and get to the playoffs and you like Waldo, where did he go? Where did he go? So, but San Francisco right now, if Matt Jones continue to keep playing like this, you're going to hear the chirps, you're going to hear the talk, but I just don't. I don't see them under no circumstances making any moves with Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. The Rams are going to win that division. Again, that's another tough division. I like the Rams. I like the Rams defensively. They got a good defense, a good front four. Of course, Matthew Stafford on the offensive side of the football, along with Kyron Williams and Devontae Adams, whom they brought over in the offseason, along with Puka Nacua. Right now, the best wide receiver in football. But Jackson Smith giving them a run for his money this year. But we know what Stafford and Puka could bring to the table. Then again, you add all the other pieces I just named: Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Corum, get a little action. So yeah, the Rams is tough, but I still like Seattle. I still like Seattle, man. It's just something about them, the way they playing. But again, no knock to the Rams. It's because CMC is stealing the health of all the players around him. Hey, well, tell her don't steal it all just from one. Like, spread it out a little bit. But yeah, it's crazy. It's sad. All the injuries that the 49ers is suffering. But again, they're in position to where they have a chance to win that division. Big up to the 49ers. Big ups to Matt Jones. Big up to the whole coaching staff period for, the position that they have them in over there in San Francisco. The moment that I don't want to talk about but have to talk about, and that's our beloved Cleveland Browns. I had a good week last week because the Browns did not play, so they won. It was a win for the city. We didn't have to watch bad football and I don't know, you name it, they gonna do it. But nevertheless, they gotta continue to keep playing the games they have on their remaining schedule. They have to play the game. We have to watch, as fans. Hopefully one day it will get better. Don't know when that day will be, but hopefully one day it will get better. But they got a game Sunday against the Jets, another team who's struggling, another team who done clean house during the trade deadline with a lot of moves, trading away Quentin Williams and also Sauce Gardner to the Colts. I'm going to touch on that in a little bit as well. But the only thing I want to see Sunday from the Browns is this. We had a bye week. Let's see what type of progression and development Dylan Gabriel has took during this bye week. How much film he watched, how much practice he getting in, with his receivers that they need to get every bit of lick of practice they can get in. They can't catch nothing, a cold if it was standing right in front of them. I just want to see some progression from our quarterback position. I'm getting tired of week after week, year after year, with steady discussing the Browns quarterback situation. We can never get this together, can never get it right. At some point in time, we have to, whether it's that what we have on the roster now, or if they're looking draft-wise, free agent-wise, trade-wise, I don't know. But we have to get this position together. And I'm hoping, coming out the bye week, we can see a little more from Dylan Gabriel, a little bit more growth from Dylan Gabriel. Also, I want to see our ground game. I want to see Quinshon Junkins run the ball efficient and run the ball well. He's coming off an injury, but he had a bye week to get his shoulder together. All signs and all reports says he's good to go Sunday with a good matchup against the Jets, especially for what they just did, trading away a lot of the defensive players and some and one big one on the defensive line. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and Quinshon Junkins have a big game for the Browns. Again, I just want to see effort. I want to see the offense at least put up a fight to where our defense is not out there the majority of the game gassed up, and when it comes down for them needing to play, the defense can't give it to us because they're gassed up, because the offense is constantly giving us 3 and outs or turnovers. Dylan Gabriel, last game he had 2 picks, I believe. But I want to see our offense stay on the field as long as possible. If they can get that ground game going and get some passes going, receivers can learn how to catch the doggone ball, then maybe we can see the defense be more effective now as it was early on and not be so gassed. Do you think this week can change the Browns season and start to build off of things for next season? Do I think this week can change the Browns season? That is, what's the Browns record? 2-6, 2-7. What type of change are you wanting to see? What type of change are we talking? Again, if we talking change, let it be coming from that quarterback position to where we can't get that right for nothing. Let me see the change start there to where, again, either A, we found our answer with Gabriel, or B, we didn't. Just let me see something from that position. If he ain't it, throw Shadura in there. And let's see what Shadura got. If he ain't it, I don't know. But that's what I do want to see change for us, something that could change for our season. Now, I think, if we beat the Jets, is that gonna? Oh, we got a chance to sneak in the division. That definitely ain't happening. Um, I believe Baltimore is going to come back and win this division. I don't think the Steelers can withstand what they got going on now. Um, but again, all depends on what type of change you're talking about from the Browns that you think can turn our season around. But again, effort. Give me that effort. Stefanski, put your players in a position to succeed. He done turned over the offensive play calling again, so don't know how much of a factor that's going to be, but maybe that's a good thing. Take a little bit off of it so he can focus on other things and other needs or other situations, the issues for this team, which we have a lot of them. So again, we go see, man. I don't know. I'm one of those tired fans, man. I love my Browns, but at the end of the day, I'm like, again, Tony Braxton, another sad love song, not a love song, but another sad song for them. Like, do you think Reese will get the offense started? Again, I'm not about to sit up here and say he is. I'm not about to sit up here and say he ain't. I just want to see some effort, some resiliency, and show me that, going back to JD's question, that a change can happen. A change can happen. And we're finally realizing what we have for next year if that's what they're looking at. So I don't know, Reese, come in here, do whatever it is you need to do, but I just want to see some effort and growth. So. But with that being said, I'm gonna get that to y'all a little bit later. My pick for this game, but come on, Brown. Give me a Sunday to be excited to watch all four. Let's talk about these Colts, man. During the trade deadline, they acquired Sauce Gardner from the Jets to add to a defense that was already good, already stout. Even though they had a hiccup against the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, they're still a good team. They're still a good defense, and they add a shutdown corner in Sauce Gardner. With that being said, I was asked once again, do I feel like the Colts trading for Gardner makes them a Super Bowl lock? No. Um, and I like what the Colts is doing this season. I like what Jonathan Taylor is doing. He's my front runner for MVP. I know they give it to quarterbacks. I know it's a quarterback driven league. So that's who it tend to go to. But in my opinion, Jonathan Taylor right now is the NFL MVP the way he have been running that football. I like what Daniel Jones is doing. Nobody really gave Daniel Jones a chance. You look at the way he was with the Giants. He had the one good season to where he ended up getting a big payday. And after the big payday, it's like nothing else panned out. No playoffs, no anything. To the point the Giants went out, let him go, draft Jackson Dart, bring in Russell Wilson, and the rest is history as far as the Giants organization, what they got going on quarterback wise. But Daniel Jones is playing great football. He's not making the mistakes. Again, last week we gonna ball that up and throw that out the window. I believe every team need a game like that where they're brought back down, humble per se, and that's what happened with the Colts. But I don't think this make them a lot. Again, I'm a man of what you do in the regular season is completely different from what you do in the postseason. The postseason is different from the regular season. It's everything starts over. It's 0-0, no records, no anything. It's let's line them up, and let's go. May the best team win. And out of the teams in the AFC, I have more confidence in the teams in the teams like the Kansas City Chiefs. I've seen them do it. I know what they are capable of doing. The Baltimore Ravens, even though they run into the Patrick Mahomes wall and their season ends there, but I have more confidence in that Ravens team come playoff time than I do the Colts. Even with them adding Sauce Gardner, even the Buffalo Bills, I have more confidence in uh, to make a deep playoff push than the Indianapolis Colts. It's a great season what they're doing. Uh, I do expect for them to be in the playoffs. I do expect for them to play hard and challenge a team. But I don't think this move makes them a lock to go to the Super Bowl when you still got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs over there, Josh Allen and the Bills, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, and the sleeper team out of all of them. Watch out for them Patriots. Drake May right now is playing immaculate. He's playing like he wants that MVP. Keep y'all eye on the Patriots. Would you have traded Garrett at the deadline? If it was the right deal, I probably would have. Because right now, again, man, we got so many holes to fill on this team. It's crazy. And it's just ain't one position that's gonna save us or save this franchise moving forward. It's a lot. So I would have really thought about it if we got the right phone call, the right package for Myles Garrett. I would have definitely thought about it. I would have definitely thought about it. Can't trade Garrett. That's the one thing we have going for us. Going for us defense. That is true. But at some point in time, if you are acknowledging and letting the fan base know we are in the rebuild mode, you got to do what you got to do to pot style, to stockpile draft picks, stockpile draft picks and rebuild from there. So, again, if that right deal was out there for Myles Garrett, I would have really, really, really thought about it, making that move for him. Because again, the man did say he want to win. He want to play for a championship. But damn it, Myles Garrett, you took the damn money. So with that being said, hush and deal with whatever you got to deal with. You took the money to be here, so it is what it is. Colts look like they mean business. Again, yes they do, yes they do. But I want to see it when it matters. You know, on Monday's show last week we talked about Josh Allen and the Bills playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, and I said it. Okay, it's another regular season game. Josh Allen probably what 4-0, 4-1, 5-1 against Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. Do that when it matters, and that's playoff time. Do that when it matters. Then talk to me. So right now, again, the coach says they're definitely looking good, but I need to see it come playoff time. And if they meet one of the Ravens team possibly or Patriots team possibly in the first round of the playoffs and knock them off, all right, then we can have a different conversation. No, it was a good trade, but they are still not better than the Bills. You can say that because of Josh Allen. I will give you that because of Josh Allen. Um, why would get the Bills the edge over the Indianapolis Colts? It's because of Josh Allen. I think their defense is better than Buffalo's. Their offensive line, to me, is better than Buffalo's. They have better receivers in Indianapolis. The run game, we could definitely have a conversation running back wise. Jonathan Taylor and James Cook the way both are playing this season. James Cook is having a great season as well. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor right now, again, like I said, is my MVP. So right now, the records say they are better than the Bills, and your record, you are what you are. Uh, Drake May. I know why you say that, JD. I know why you say that, man. Like, leave brother Kels alone, man. Kels all right. He said he got this. Everything's all copacetic. Everything's all good. So again, good trade for the Colts and bringing in Sauce Gardner, making that defense even more stronger than what they are. But my opinion, this move do not make them a Super Bowl lock when you still got the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens sitting out there. But they are having a hell of a season thus far. We gonna round out the NFL talk with our my weekly Week 10 NFL Pick'em games. I've been on the road so far. I've been doing good so far this season. I want to see if I can keep that roll going. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with my picks this week, or if y'all disagree. Let me know who y'all picks are. With that being said, we got the Browns and the Jets. Of course, I'm a homer. I'm gonna always want my Browns to win. Again, I just want to see that effort. You know, it ain't like we're going against a team that's a juggernaut team themselves. They got a lot of issues going on. But I'm gonna take the Cleveland Browns to win that game against the Jets. Falcons and the Colts. I just talked about how good the Colts are. I just talked about what they have offensively. I just talked about you know, them could possibly contending for a Super Bowl. Going against Atlanta Falcons team who ain't too shabby themselves, got a good defense. But has been kind of lackadaisical at points sometimes this season. Excuse me. I'm gonna go with the Colts this game. JD got the Colts as well. I'm gonna go with the Colts this game and improve their record to 8-1. 8-1, I believe. So I'm gonna go with the Colts. Next game, Jags and the Texans. The Texans will be without C.J. Stroud, who suffered a concussion in last week's game. The Jags done came down to earth since the start of the season, where they was on a roll, on a rocket going sky high. They're coming back down to earth a little bit as well. I like the Texans defense, even without C.J. Stroud. I feel like the Texans still have a chance to win this game because of their defense. But one thing you need in this league is a quarterback, and I would take Trevor Lawrence over Mills all day. So I'm gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this game. Jags, I think, gonna be a good one. It's gonna be, I don't see a high scoring game again. Houston do have a hell of a defense. Jacksonville defense is not too shabby themselves, but I'm gonna get an edge just because of the quarterback play. I would take Trevor Lawrence over Mills all day. Now we got the Bills and the Dolphins. The second time they met this season. The first time Buffalo got them. I believe it was a Monday night game, but it was closer than what many thought it would be. I believe now the Bills are looking around the AFC and realizing it's crunch time. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Miami going through whatever it is they're going through. They're looking horrible all season. I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Pats and the Bucks, which I feel like is going to be a good game as well. Drake May going against a good Tampa Bay defense. We see what Baker Mayfield been doing all season, especially without a lot of his weapons. I mean, Chris Godwin, who they was expecting to come back and give a little something this year. He's still been a no-show. He's still hurt. Mike Evans, who's out possibly for the rest of the season. Ibuka been nicked up a little bit, but somehow, some way, the Buccaneers is still 6-3, going against a 7-2 New England team. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I'm gonna ride with the high hand. I believe Drake May is him right now, and he's playing like him right now. And that defense is one of the best as well. So I'm gonna take the New England Patriots to win this game. Can't call that Pats and Bucks, but if I had to imagine, I say Pats. It's gonna be a good game, but you can't never count out Baker the way he's been playing this year and leading comebacks. The Bears and the Giants. The Giants lose Scatterbo, Tracy, is back as the lead back. I like what Jackson Dart is doing. He's playing good football. But I just got a feeling this game. I'm gonna roll with the Bears. I'm gonna give it to the Bears. I believe they pick up where they left off last week. This is a great matchup for the two running backs, and Swift, who was questionable to play due to a personal / groin situation. So we'll see if he'd be out there. If not, they still got Kyle Manunjai, who they could put in, who had a hell of a game last week. But I'm gonna take the Bears, nevertheless. JD got the Bears as well. Just came off that win. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Bears too. Next, we got the Ravens and the Vikings. Lamar Jackson is back. That team looked completely different, especially offensively, with Lamar Jackson at the helm. Going up against a good defense, a Brian Flores led defense, who like to do a lot of disguise and a lot of confusing. But I think the athleticism of Lamar being able to make plays with his legs, not just with his arms, but also with his legs. And I think Derrick Henry is he's still waiting. You know, as Kels would say, it's got to get him out that slump. You can't run the ball against the Vikings, so I expect Derrick Henry to be somewhat effective. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. JD got the Ravens as well. Let's go, Lamar. Next game is the Saints and the Panthers. Not too much to be said about this game. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers. I like the way Rico Dotto is running the football. The Saints have turned their offense over to Tyler Shutt, the rookie. The ground game is not looking too good. The pass game not looking too good. The defense can only play but so much and so hard for the organization. But I'm just going to go with the Carolina Panthers to take this game. Seattle and the Cards. Now, this is a very tricky game too, because the Arizona Cardinals is looking real different with Jacoby Brissett at the helm than Kyler Murray. Why? I don't know. I mean, I have my suspicions why. I have my feelings why. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know, but that offense is looking much better. McBride is looking much better. Marvin Harrison Jr. is looking much better. With Jacoby Brissett in that offense. With that being said, they're going against a great defensive team in Seattle. I like the combination of Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba, what they got going on. The defense is playing stout. They got a two-headed monster, which I feel like I think they leaning more towards a Zach Charbonnet, the Kenneth Walker. But I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. The Lions and the Commanders. I'm going to take the Lions in this game. No Jaden Daniels. No Terry McLaurin. Marcus Mariota will be out there. He's a serviceable backup quarterback. He will have Debo out there. I think the Commanders need to get that ground game going a little bit more to keep that high-powered Lions offense off the field. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Lions are going to put up 28-plus points on this Commanders team, and they're going to get the dub, get the win. The Rams and the 49ers. If you could call it this, if you want to call it this, I am. I'm going to call this my upset game, and I'm going to take the 49ers to win this game against the Rams. Again, I like what the Rams is doing defensively. I like how the offense is looking. I love how the 49ers offense is looking again, as I touched on earlier, with all the injuries that they have on that team, with all the personnel they don't have on both sides of the football. But Kyle Shanahan somehow got that team still playing good. As long as they got CMC, they have a chance. Mac Jones is playing out of his mind. I'm going to take the upset, 49ers over the Rams, in a close game. It'll be a close game. I got the Niners. I'm going to give it by 3. Steelers and the Chargers. We just seen the Steelers come off a big win against the Indianapolis Colts last week. A game I feel like, that's one of those games maybe the Colts needed that to humble them, to bring them back down to earth and let them know that we still got to work. Nothing is finished. Nothing is won. They got a reality check with the Steelers. But I think this game in particular, I think Harbaugh's gonna have the Chargers ready for what the Steelers bring to them defensive wise, blitz wise, pressure wise, and I'm gonna take the Chargers to win this game. I'm gonna get my Monday night prediction on Monday. But there you have it, folks. My Week 10 pick'em games. Again, to give y'all a rundown, let me know what y'all think. Let me get y'all list. Let me know if y'all like my picks. I got the Browns, the Colts, the Jags, the Bills, the Pats, the Bears, the Ravens, the Panthers, the Seahawks, Lions, 49ers in the upset game, and the Chargers. And I'm going to get my Monday night prediction on Monday night. Then he got the Cardinals to win their game. He got the Lions. He got the 49ers. Kale's got the Browns, Colts, Jags, Bills, Bucks, Giants, Vikes, Panthers, Cards, Lions, Rams, and Steelers, sorry. And the Steelers. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all agree with me, disagree? Did I get them right, wrong? Let me know y'all list. But yeah, that was my NFL Week 10 pick'em games. Let's talk a little NBA basketball. We got the Cavaliers in the game tonight in another group play game against the Washington Wizards. Let me give y'all an update on that game real quick. The Cavaliers are up at the end of the first quarter, 39-26. That's 39-26 against the Washington Wizards in Washington. The Cavaliers are led by Jared Allen, 8.6 rebound first quarter. Okay, Allen. I guess you get tired of hearing us say it's time for you to get traded. But speaking of the Cavs, they're playing good basketball now. They're now 5-3, looking to go 6-3 after the game tonight against the Wizards. We had DG return 2 nights ago. I believe his presence and his impact, what he brings to this team, is going to really get us going offensively. Get players back in their not natural positions per se, but a lot of responsibility they was taking on without the DG. They don't have to take it no more. Donovan Mitchell, you don't have to push the ball up the court as much. Now we got DG back. It's 20 points. We definitely go need. We definitely could use his 5 to 8 assists a night. It will definitely help this Cavaliers team to get us back on track as we was last year, one of the best offensive teams in the league, also defensive-wise. But it's good to have Darius Garland back with the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell, with a hot start he's having to the beginning of the season, averaging 31 to almost 32 points, shooting 46% from three-point land, and averaging 5 assists. Again, we know Donovan Mitchell can score. He's a scorer by nature. He can put the ball in the hoop. But I still feel like in order for this team to get to where we need to get, D-Mitch, you can hit to 30 if you need to, if need be. But I feel like Mobley, who I want to see more from, and right now he averaging 19.8 points a game, 20 points, 8.5 rebounds. I need to see more. I need to see more from you, Mobley. It's been a lot of talk about your off-season workouts, how you coming into this season, put on a couple of more pounds. You ready to take that next jump, that next leap? I haven't seen it yet. It's still early, but I would like to have seen that with Darius Garland when he was out. I wanted to see that I'm taking control of this game. From our opposition from Evan Mobley. Hopefully we still can get that soon. Again, it's a long season. But I need more. I need more from Evan Mobley. But all around, at the end of the day, the more we continue to get healthy, we got Sam Merrill back. We got DeAndre Hunter back. Now we're just waiting on Matt Strus to come back from his injury. Reports are that he will be back early December, possibly the first week of December. So it'll be good to have him back as another key piece of this team who give us a defensive presence, who can play some defense, Not saying he's a lockdown defender, but he can play some defense and can also hit the outside shot, as we say last year. Mass Juice coming through a lot of games where he hitting big buckets and outside shots. So all in all, I'm good. I'm good on how the Cavs is playing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Again, I want to see more from Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. He had a good game last night. Again, I just told y'all he had 8 and 6 in the first quarter, so I guess he tired of hearing a lot of people say, get rid of Allen, trade Allen, trade Allen. But we gonna be good. We gonna be good. We 5-3 again, looking to go 6-3 after a group play game tonight. So big ups to the Cavs, man. Kenny Atkinson, keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting us in a position to be successful. Again, the East is wide open with all the plethora of injuries that the East is having. So we got to take advantage of it, man. Right now, I'm looking at the Knicks being the biggest competition for us to come out the East. But we gotta get it together. Evan Mobley get it together offensively. And then my big thing, I stated every time I talk about the Cavs, and I stated for the past 2 seasons. Defensively, we got to get better. We can't have big leads and blow them. When we get big leads, we got to keep our foot on our opponent's throat and send messages to the rest of the league, kind of like how OKC did last year. They were sending a message, especially on the defensive side of the basketball. So defensive-wise, that's the only thing right now that scares me with the Cavs that I feel like we really need to get better on, focus on, and dominate more. And we'll be all right because I ain't worried about our offense. But we'll be cool. We'll be good. We gonna keep it in the NBA. Talk about another team that has one of my other favorite players on there. We're gonna talk about the Luka-led Los Angeles Lakers off to a hot start at 7-2. Doing all this with no Bron, who was going to be out for the first month of the season, dealing with sciatica, and trust and believe that sciatica is no joke. I went through it. Still recovering from the surgery that I had on it for 2 consecutive years. So I get it. But the Lakers are without Bron. Luka done missed games. And then when Luka missed games, Austin Reeves, AR, took over. JJ Redick has got them boys playing good. They're on to a 7-2 start. I don't think a lot of people expected a start like this. But nevertheless, they're getting it done. Now, my thing is this. I want to see how they sustain it and what's going to be the plan when Bron come back. And again, I'm a Bron fan, but everybody know now this is Luka's team. Bron got to come back and fit in. Bron, say you ain't young Bron no more. It's Luka's squad. When you do come back, don't try to come back disrupting things because of who you are and whatever may be going in through your head. Just come back, fit in, and keep this thing rolling. I got the Lakers with Luka, top 3 MVP candidate right now. Luka, SJ, of course, and believe it or not, you got to put the boy Tyrese Maxey up there the way he played and the position he got the Philadelphia 76ers in. So, nevertheless, the Lakers, again, 7-2, playing great basketball, but let's see how they can keep it up when the boy Bron come back. Y'all know what time it is. It's Friday, which means my weekly NBA top 5 teams as of today. I got number 1, of course, OKC, sitting at an 8-1 record. Yes, they did come off a loss, but defending champions, always got to get them the edge. And they still doing this without J-Dub. Excuse me. No telling when he's coming back, but I'm hearing it should be rather sooner than later. But yeah, OKC sit at number 1. Number 2, I just got to talk about them, which is the Los Angeles Lakers. On a 5-game winning streak, sitting at 7-2. Nobody could have thought that they would be in this position that they're in now and doing what they are doing. Nobody could expect that. At number 3, I got the Houston Rockets, who's also on the 5-game winning streak, who's playing great basketball, led by Kevin Durant, Alfred Sengun. Ahmed Thompson is playing good basketball. They still got the big guy, the OG of the team, if you want to say that, and Steven Adams over there. Ime Udoka got them playing hard as usual. We know how he coached and how well prepared he have his players. So I got Houston at number 3. Number 4, call it what you want to call it. But I'm putting my Cavaliers at number 4. I didn't have them in the top 5 last week, but again, they are playing better basketball. Again, I want to see the defense buckle down a little bit more, but getting DG back, getting Merle back, Hunter back. Again, we got to get back Strus. They're still playing great. No, not great, but good basketball. And looking better game by game. And at number 5, I got the Detroit Pistons, who sitting at 6-2, their best 8-game start in recent years for the Pistons, led by a former Cavs coach and JB Bickerstaff. Detroit is 6-2, led by Cade Cunningham, who had another tremendous game last night, 31-10 for the Detroit Pistons. So there's my top 5. My top 5, not your top 5. Yours could be different from mine, but this is mine. OKC 1, Lakers 2, Houston 3, Cavs 4, Detroit 5. There you have it. There you have it. Now, before we get up out of here, I also got to give y'all my fantasy weekly reports on my fantasy teams. I'm kind of like, leveled here. I'm in 4 different leagues. One League of Misfits. I'm 7-2, sitting at number 1. Got a big week this week. Trying to keep and maintain my lead in that league. Sitting at 7-2, so not too much worried about that. Then I'm in League of Champions. The league that I'm a 3-time champion, coming off of back-to-back championship wins. We sitting at 2-7. I don't know what's been going on with the ESPN leagues with me this year. They're not liking me. They're you talk about adversity. I'm going through it all right now, but we gonna do something nobody thought we could do, and that's gonna reel off these next 5 wins and end the season at 7-7. Make the playoffs, get into the tournament, and get that repeat. Y'all hear it here. Y'all heard it here first on EnDaZone Sports. I'm doing it. I'm putting it out there. I'm speaking it to existence. They doubting me already. I was already told by the commission's over with for me. So we gonna fuel all that, and y'all gotta get it done. Come on, let's get it done. 2-7 is a big task, but I believe it can happen. Anything is possible, in the words of Kevin Garnett. My other ESPN league, I'm sitting at 4-5. I started that season out 0-4, I believe. 0-4. We had injuries, a lot of people being out. Now we're getting healthy. We're making great waiver wire moves. We're making great trades to put ourselves in position to compete. We're now sitting at 4-5. Got a big week this week against my man LJ, who's sitting at 5-3. 6-3. Sitting at 6-3. He got me the first game of the season. Like he did last year. We bounced back to get him in the second game. Looking to do the same thing this week and move to 5-5. Need a couple of teams to lose so I can leapfrog them in the rankings and get myself put in that playoff picture to where once I get in there, anything is possible. And we're gonna make something happen on there too. But they counted me out in that one as well. So we do what we gotta do. The last league I'm in is Wakanda. That's the one league that I haven't won the championship in yet. I still would like to win the championship in there. We're sitting at 5-4. Got a big week against another 5-4 team, and my brother JD. A lot of players of mine on bye. So we're just gonna put the players out there we got, man, and hopefully they ball out. We need this win to stay afloat. In the playoff picture right now, we're sitting at fifth, I believe, fourth or fifth, I believe. So we just need to again stay afloat, stay on top, and let all the teams that's doing big things and like to talk, let them do what they do. And we just gotta stay afloat, say keep our head above water and just get in that tournament and get to shocking a lot of people. So with that being said, there it is. There you have it. That's my fantasy weekly reports. We need wins. We need dubs. Somehow, some way, we gotta get it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Also, before I let y'all get up out of here and enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, De'Aaron Fox of the San Antonio Spurs plans to make his season debut against the New Orleans Pelicans at home this Saturday. Fox been out all season, and the Spurs still been playing well, led by Victor Wembanyama, who had a little bit two game rough patch, but I got confidence, I got faith that he'll get it together. But when you bring back a guy like De'Aaron Fox, who we know who's a bucket getter, you add him with Vassell and Cassell and Castle and Vassell and Wembanyama, then you got the veteran and Harrison Barnes over there. They're going to make even more noise than what they're making now in our Western Conference. Bring it back. Will De'Aaron Fox coming back off the injury. So, yeah, there you have it. I appreciate y'all for taking the time out chilling with your boy to end y'all work week, to start y'all weekend off by chilling with me and talking some sports here on EnDaZone. I appreciate all the comments that came in. I appreciate everybody that tuned in on the Diva Spivey Media Network, DMS, and keep supporting that. We doing big things. They got a lot of projects coming to the network as well. I know about one of them coming up, which is Mic Check Take 2, hosted by the DAVID, The Real Ruiz. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. For the ones that come on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for more content. And stay up to date with EnDaZone. Again, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all don't get into no trouble, man. Get ready for these holidays. Thanksgiving coming up, and then Christmas next month. So, we got to stay safe, y'all. With that being said, again, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for the bottom of my heart. I'm going to catch y'all same time, same place. Monday, 7 p.m. live on the Diva Spivey Media Network. Also available on YouTube as well. Again, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Your boy, Spivey. Appreciate y'all. Signing out. Stay safe. Catch y'all Monday.
Like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. We got it with a shield for being headed. We got it with a shield for being headed. Like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.